Hello everyone, Dr. Stillman here, and today we are going to be talking about why Dr. Stillman doesn't like living in densely populated urban areas where there's problems with flooding. In addition to rural areas where there's problems with flooding, I like to be high and dry, okay? And we're going to talk about why, because it's really important for people's health, their well-being, to understand how this can really derail their good health and set them up for failure. Molds and mycotoxins. There's a lot of people out there saying, oh, well, there's, let's say you have mold behind a wall, okay? And it's not getting into the duct system that you know of. That's all well and good, but if there's mold in the house, there can be, and there's documented to be, significant levels potentially of things like mycotoxins in the air. Now, what does that mean? A mycotoxin is a toxins produced by a mold. There's a reason molds produce toxins. There's a reason why you don't just go ahead and eat the moldy bread that you've left in the refrigerator or in the bread box for too long. You know that mold can poison you. Very few molds in nature are benign. We call these food. They are things like Brettanomyces or Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Saccharomyces boulardii. These are actually potentially, arguably, probiotics that can be used that way. And they're actually present in a lot of our foods. Brewer's yeast, if memory serves, is Brettanomyces, and baker's yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So you're exposed to these all the time, but they don't produce toxins that kill you, okay? Other molds do. They produce these toxins because they can't move. Because they can't move, everything that walks on 2 or 4 legs wants to eat them because they're great protein sources. So if they don't produce toxins, they've got a bad chance of being eaten, and that's not, life's goal. This is why mushroom foraging is so hazardous. The mushrooms also produce these toxins, and this makes a lot of things that move on 2 and 4 legs think twice about eating mold or eating mushrooms, right? Poisonous mushrooms still kill people every year, because mushroom foragers will make the mistake of thinking that a mushroom that's edible and non-toxic is actually, they'll think it's an edible, non-toxic mushroom, when in fact it's a very poisonous mushroom. In this study, they looked at house dust and other materials from mold-damaged buildings, and they found that a substantial proportion of these buildings actually have 66% of the analyzed building material samples, 11% of the settled dust samples, and 51% of the cultured dust samples were positive for at least one of the studied mycotoxins. Those are toxins from the molds, leading us to conclude that if you have a significantly mold damaged building and there is any penetration of that material into the air, however that may happen, it could be making people in the building sick. If this video has been helpful to you, make sure that you check out my link tree below to find out how you can keep in touch with me best. And if you would like to become a patient at my practice, please apply to work with me at stillmanmd.com. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.